Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Get Corporate Ready. Today we're speaking about the infamous emotional intelligence, right? You'll hear a lot of people speaking about the importance of having EQ in the workplace. And so today, this is the essential skill that we will be tackling, and I'm going to take you through some of the very key and fundamental reasons why emotional intelligence is important. What is it, and how do you then start incorporating it in your day-to-day within your corporate career? For those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. And I know that you're going to find so much value in all the different videos that I post on this channel, because really the idea around this channel is to help young professionals, graduates that are still coming to the corporate space, learn what it is they need in order to transition successfully into the world of work. Now, today we're speaking about emotional intelligence, otherwise known as EQ, right? And basically what emotional intelligence is, guys, is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and those of people around you. Now, according to Daniel Goleman, who's an American psychologist, someone that is renowned for the whole notion of emotional intelligence, right? He says that 80 to 90% of competencies that differentiate top performers really fall within the domain of emotional intelligence. Now, emotional intelligence is something that really starts from inside out, right? It's really about, firstly, understanding your own feelings, your own emotions, what they mean, but also then being able to pick up on what other people around you are feeling and expressing, whether verbally or non-verbally as well. Now, if you're someone that has a strong propensity towards emotional intelligence, what this does for you is that it increases your ability to make sound decisions. It really helps you build and sustain collaborative relationships within the workplace, but also helps you deal effectively with stress and the constant changes that are happening within your particular setting. So hang in with me as I go through 5 key aspects that really make up what emotional intelligence is and how each of these play a part in you developing a very strong ability to have emotional intelligence. So the first concept I want to speak about is the concept of self-awareness. Now, self-awareness really is such a critical part of what emotional intelligence is, because this is really the ability for you to be able to recognize and understand your own emotions. But more than that, it's so important for you to be able to be aware on the effect that your personal actions, moods, and emotions have on other people around you, right? Now, to be someone that's self-aware, you need to be capable of monitoring your own emotions, recognize the different reactions that other people have to your emotions, and being able to correctly identify each particular emotion. So the second thing that's important is the concept of self-regulation. Now, self-regulation is really just about being able to regulate and manage your own emotions. It doesn't mean that you need to kind of shove it under a carpet and never bring it out, right? But it is about understanding the right time and place to express your emotions. Never express emotions when you are in the heat of a particular emotion, when you're absolutely angry or when you are frustrated at something. Those are not the right times for you to be expressing your emotions. Now, self-regulation is about identifying that it's not the right time to do that and being able to come back at a time when you are calmer and you've got your thoughts together for you then to be able to express it. So self-regulation is really just about being able to manage and regulate your emotions and knowing when is the right time to express them. People that are skilled at self-regulation are people that are generally a lot more flexible. They adapt really well to change, but it's also people that are really great at being able to deal with difficult conversations, right? Managing conflict and diffusing tense situations. So that is why self-regulation is then the second most important thing in the concept of emotional intelligence. Now, the third most important thing is about motivation. Now here, intrinsic motivation is what is key to emotional intelligence. And by this, what I mean is that people that are emotionally intelligent have a passion to fulfill their inner needs and goals first, right? So it's people that set goals for themselves, know that they want to achieve them, and get fulfillment out of being able to achieve personal goals to them, whether it's about developing their own characteristics, or it's about being able to prove to yourself that you can operate at a particular level, right? Whatever it is that's an emotional kind of need and fulfillment for you, you're passionate about, that you want to see yourself grow and succeed. And it's not, once again, about the fact that you'll be recognized for it, but it's about being able to see yourself develop to a different level. The fourth part that's important to emotional intelligence is the concept of empathy. Now, being empathetic is really about being able to recognize and understand how other people feel. This particular aspect is absolutely crucial to emotional intelligence. It's not just about having the ability to recognize how other people feel around you, but it's also about how do you respond when you do pick up information or non-verbal cues from your coworkers that say that this person is either in a bad state, or they're feeling sad, or they're feeling low, they're feeling depressed, right? So when you see a coworker and you can tell that from their body language, they're not okay, they're either sighing, they're hunched over, or they're not their usual bubbly self, how do you respond to that, right? It's so important for you to be able to respond appropriately to instances such as this, because what this really helps you do is that it helps you proactively deal with situations, right? So when you see a coworker that's not necessarily their full selves, pull them aside, ask them what's going on. You don't look like your full self today. What's happening? You look low, you look sad. Did you have a bad evening? Did you have a terrible weekend? You know, be the kind of person that's asking and trying to figure out how people are feeling, and trying to also just be the type of person that recognizes this. So people that are not emotionally intelligent couldn't care less, right? They're in their own world. It's really about how they're doing, how they're feeling. If they've noticed that a coworker's not really doing well on that particular day, whatever, they're having a bad day, whatever, right? Now, but being emotionally intelligent is about being able to pick up on things like that, particularly non-verbal cues. You don't necessarily have to always wait for someone to come and tell you they're having a bad day, but when you see someone is, people that are emotionally intelligent will be able to respond appropriately to that kind of thing and inquire appropriately, just to be the kind of person that really is trying to lift the spirits of people around them. And the last point that's important within emotional intelligence is having social skills. Now, what I mean by this is that when you have picked up on certain people's cues, emotions, found out how they're doing, what's happening, it's really about how do you then use that going forward, right? So it's about being able to put this information to use in your daily interactions with them. So it's not about just having the information, but what do you do with it thereafter? How do you continue to interact and engage with that person knowing the information that you know? And this takes a level of having social skills. So this is why social skills is such an important part of emotional intelligence, because it really then ties together all the different aspects that I've just spoken about right now, and really helps you build relationships and connections with other people around you. And what this will really help you do in future is to build a really strong and solid rapport with leaders and also with your co-workers. Now, when I say social skills, we talk about a variety of skills that I've already touched on in so many different videos, but we speak about things like active listening, verbal communication, picking up on non-verbal cues as well, leadership, persuasiveness. All of these things really are the building blocks of what social skills really encompasses. And this is such an important factor of emotional intelligence. So guys, those are the 5 main areas of what emotional intelligence is really about. Always remember that emotions are contagious. So when people around you are displaying negative emotions, how do you deal with that? But if you're also the type of person that's come in and you've had a bad day, or you're in a conflict situation, how you're able to regulate your emotion during a time such as that is absolutely crucial. Now, these are very important, guys, for you to be thinking about and practicing constantly, because emotional intelligence really, like I said earlier, is the main differentiator of top performers within your organization. Guys, I trust that you found this absolutely valuable. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel so that you never miss an opportunity to really gain important information and skills and techniques on how you can become a better version of yourself, particularly within your corporate career.